Fernie.
How are you?
Good, yeah. So, do you recognize anything there?
Oh, you better believe it. There's the old station there, and then there's what Lucian Sylvester's house that I think was called the pool house at one time. Then there's the store, Joe George's house, and if you keep on going, I think that there's an old shed there where they used to store the empty barrels.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, they used to haul gas, with barrels. At that time, there was no big trucks or nothing. It was just hauled by barrels.
That'd be the station here.
Yeah, that's the station there.
No, the cream can in front. They used to have the cream cans.
Yeah.
What's that little building behind? That'd be the main street?
Yeah, that's what you used to call the main street. And way in the background there, that was the
water tank.
Water tank, yeah. And that's where the steamers used to stop there and fill up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's oil barrels here.
Yeah,
that was a garage?
That's the shed that I meant there, that they used to store the empty barrels around. And we see Joe George's house again there.
Oh, yeah.
That was called at one time a snow fence.
Oh, yeah. That was for the railroad?
Yeah. That used to be built out of real cheap planks, you know, just they had the bark on it on some of them and everything yet.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's what they used to call it.
Kind of homemade. That's the telegraph
That's right.
poles, you see.
And then there's your two elevators, and then again that water tank in the background.
Now we've got the store here, and I think the little boy standing on the cement there would be Robert Norman. Emil May is at the gas pumps.
That could be.
Yeah, I was told by Lucian, Mrs. May, that.
Yeah.
And in the background is Lucienne herself by the door of the store there, standing. There's a little boy.
Joe George's house, Andy's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Lucian George stayed in that house was separated in two, and they had two families living in there.
Oh, yeah.
Lucian was staying in one. And
this would be Lucy Martin.
I kind of think so. And that building in the background, that used to be a barn from Joe Sylvester and Joe George.
Oh, yeah.
They used to have a few cows and...
Is that right?
Yeah.
They allowed that in town in those days.
Oh, I guess so. Fry's wasn't a big town.
No. Too bad this town has disappeared. Now we've got Lucian Sylvester, and the two kids are Armin and Dominic.
And the house in the background, that's Lucian's house.
That's where Lucian lived when he worked for the SAS pool.
For the pool, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's the old store there. And that's the house that Ivan Kopp is living in today in Bellegarde. It was moved as a store, and then Ivan made that into a house, and that's the old Fry's store.
Is that right, eh? It sure looks different now.
Sure.
The old Coca-Cola signs, and this little girl here is Claudette George. Do you know anybody that's looking through the windows?
No, I don't, Ivan. I can't recognize that.
Old chum, that was what, a chewing tobacco or something?
Yeah.
Some kind of a chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Here we've got Maria, and in her arm is Francis Georges. The little girl in the middle would be, oh no, there'd be Cecile George, Claude and Claudette, the three other ones.
They were twins, them, eh?
They were twins, oh yeah.
Claude and Claudette were twins.
And then they had twins again after Guy and Guylaine.
Yeah.
This is Lucian Sylvester. In the background would be which house? Joe?
That's Joe George's house.
Oh, yeah.
And there's his garage after that.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's Joe George's house.
And this would be Andy George standing there.
And that house there, Ivan, was moved where Mark is today, and that's their house.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
That's the grandpa's house that was moved on Andy's farm, and Mark is living in it now.
Oh, yeah. So most houses or buildings in Fry's were moved. They were gradually moved somewhere.
Yeah, most of them were, yeah.
This would be Lucian again beside the store. The little boy there must be either Armin or Dominic. Probably Armin, but I'm not sure. This is the old section house across south of the tracks. South of the tracks, there was quite a few houses there, Fernie.
Yes, but I don't think we have any pictures of. There was what we used to call a bachelor row. There was Firmin Magotio, Jules Montjoie. Who else was in there? Léon Lorteau. And Constant Petit, well, he was a bachelor at the time, but I mean, that was Cyril Petit's dad.
Yeah.
And he was living there.
The house in the background here used to be Salomon Roussel's house, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here we've got Joe Sylvestre standing up, and on the right it would be the station there. They must have just demolished that house there in the background.
No, it's been moved.
It was moved somewhere.
Yes, and I'm not too sure if it wasn't Mademoiselle David's house here in Bellegarde.
That could be,
I think, I'm not sure.
It kind of looks like a style like that.
Yeah.
This would be the Searle elevator.
And at one time, Mr. Parker used to live on top of that.
In the house there, he used to live there?
Yeah, they had like the office in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was living rooms upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Here we've got Aline Sylvestre and Lucien May. That'd be in front of...
Joe George's house again.
Oh, yeah. They look pretty young in those days. Here we've got, that would be Lenora, Perro, and Eddie. Lenora standing up and little baby Eddie there sitting in front. That would be the Perro house.
That's the house that was between our house and not Jules Carbot, what was his name? Émile Carbot.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and Fernie Perrault used to be in that house, and he was a shoemaker at one time.
Oh, yeah. Here we've got Antoine and Marie Roussel. Antoine would be my uncle. He used to run the Searle elevator at the time. They now live in Hinton, Alberta, so...
And I can't recognize the house that's behind me.
That was their house. This is your parents, Fernie. Yeah. What were their names?
Narcisse and Marthe.
Oh, yeah.
That's in front of our house there. And that house, we took it apart and we built the house for my mom in Bellegarde, which we are living in today.
Is that right?
Yeah. And that again, that's...
You know this young fellow on the bike? That was yourself, eh?
Yeah.
And your sister.
That's right. And the house beside there that you see just in the corner,
oh, yeah,
that was where Fernie Perrault stayed at one time and was a shoemaker there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It looked pretty cozy.
Oh, the old stone house.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Fries had built that. And Mr. Parker lived in there.
Bill Parker.
Bill Parker, yeah, right. And I think today it's all demolished, eh?
Yeah, there's nothing left. It was bulldozed. It stayed many years after, just with no windows and that.
No parts of it were still.
Yeah, but it's been bulldozed. That's an old train that used to stop in Fry's. That's how they used to move the cream cans away, eh?
That's right. That's right. And that grate that you see in front of the train.
Yeah.
They used to call that a cattle. I can remember names.
That would be the old train going...
That's an old steamer going by, yeah?
It was coming back from Fry's. It was towards where the Bellegarde Road is on the crossing there. That's where that train is right now. And it was on the way back from Fry's. That used to go by every day?
Well, twice a day.
Twice a day, eh?
Twice a day, yeah. I remember there was a train coming in around 12 o'clock. And there's another train around 6 or 6:30.
Oh, yeah.
One from Regina coming in, and one from coming in, or Souris, or whatever, it all depends.
Oh, yeah. This is the pump house by the bridge where they called the Antler River at the time, but now it's called the Gainsborough Creek.
That's right. And that's Lucy Martin on that bridge. And that's just across from where Ivan Russell is living today.
Oh, yeah. They just rebuilt this bridge this last summer, eh?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been in 1986.
Yep. Again, that's Lucy Martin, and that's beside the pump house.
Ah, yeah. That would have been On the other, Gilbert Mine would have been living on the north side there.
That's right. That's right, Dale. And Jules George used to take care of that pump house.
Oh yeah.
And that from the pump house, that water from this dam that you have here beside
yeah.
the place, that used to be pumped to that water tank we had in Fry's to
Oh
fill
wow.
up the steamers. Yeah. And Jules George used to take care of that. There's the pump house right there.
That house of Jewel George that used to be right south of the track here.
Well, just beside your
Yeah,
place right
yeah.
here. Yeah, that's moved to Furman Magachu's farm.
And this is where Furman and his
Yeah.
wife live now.
That's right.
This would still be Lucy Martin? Lucy Martin?
I don't know. That's Lucy Martin or my sister. I'm not
It looks
sure.
like your sister maybe,
Yeah,
eh? That was by the dam on the south side of the track. That's all on the Gainsborough Creek there.
well, there's where they're fixing the bridge there. At.
Yeah, but that would have been taken many years back. I couldn't tell you when. That must be an old rig.
Oh, that's not the rig that they used there in
The-
'86.
no, that was taken in the years of Fry's, when Fry's was still.
I
Yeah.
remember when they fixed it a couple.
This is Albert Roussel, and making hay there on the farm just beside Fry's. On the rake would have been Simone Roussel and Yvette Blazy. The CPR bridge.
This was taken on your farm right here.
Yeah, where I live now, but
I see. That's the barn then that we see
yeah,
there.
yeah, that was the old barn on our farm here. That's myself, Ivan here, and my pet dog. And you see our big Cadillac we used to have?
No, what's
He was
that?
kind of cute,
What
that
was
guy.
that? What was that, Ivan? Is that a car or a?
I think it was an old Chevy, but I'm not sure.
I see.
That was, we were combining on that 60 acres right by Fry's in that picture here. That was Dad and his combine. We used to haul to Fry's with that trailer. All the grain was hauled to Fry's.
Oh yeah. Well, at that time it was mostly all with trailers.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, I remember hauling there myself with that.
There's very few trucks at that time.
No, the odd guy maybe. And
Well, there was like Andy and Lucian, Andy George and Lucian Sylvester. They had an old Maple Leaf, I remember, and they used to do custom hauling.
is that right?
But I was about 10, 11 years old at the time, and I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
That's my dad again, and the kids in the. That must be myself and Ronald in the back of the
Is
trailer.
that a G John Deere or is that
No, that was an A.
an A?
Yeah.
You know that I remember your dad hauling to the elevator with that trailer? It had hubcaps on it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see him right
You
now.
can
Yeah.
still see him there.
That would be the Bombardier. I wonder if it would have been Dave Poirier or more. Who else had one? More Sylvester?
No, well,
He drove one.
He drove one, but for a school, they used it for a school bus.
Oh yeah.
That's what they used at that time. Was a.
We're not too sure who the people are there though.
No, I'm not either. That I really can't say there. It looks familiar in a way, but I wouldn't want to say exactly where it's at.
Okay, now we're back to
Oh,
Mr.
my
Monet, the cowboy man.
Yeah, the cowboy. Yeah,
That's in front of your house again,
that's
eh?
in front of our house. Yeah. That used to be the pony that we used to take to go to school. I remember his name was Billy.
Is that right?
Yeah. And we sold that horse to Armand Garnier, if I'm not mistaken. Well, here I am again, sitting with our old 39 Chev there in front of the house. You got too many pictures of myself in there, Ivan.
Well, I took the handsomest guy and I put him on more often. Like.
I don't
Who
know
is
about
this?
that. I think it's Laurence Paulus and Angèle Patnaud, which they were in the GAC from
Oh, yeah.
Quebec there. And, you know, they'd exchange, like some years they'd go there and then
Oh,
some
yeah.
other people would come here from Quebec. Oh boy.
That's yourself and your mother?
Yep.
That must have been in the years you used to go to school in Gravelburg, right?
No, there, Ivan, I think it was, I'm not sure if it wasn't on my confirmation day.
Oh, is that
I
right?
think so. Oh, there's Albert Parker and I think Lawrence Matheson.
Oh, yeah. And
And
in the background would be the.
Madame Josephine de Metz,
Oh, yeah.
who is, she was Madame Fernand Petit's mother. You know
Oh,
that?
I see.
Her His wife.
Oh yeah, and this would be the south side of the track now.
That's right. Okay, and there you see the elevators there.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
we see the.
foreman's house way in the
That's right,
back.
Yeah,
Section foreman.
yeah.
The rink, the curling ring must have been just.
Just in front of where the sleigh is there.
That's where the curling ring would have been.
Yeah.
Too bad we didn't get no pictures of the curling rink.
That's for sure. But maybe somebody has someplace.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah. I'm sure it's to just find who. Lucien Garnier would have lived on your right here
On
too,
your
about a quarter of a
right-hand
mile.
side, Yeah, about barely quarter mile.
Yeah. This would be.
That's our whole family there. There was my uncle, the first one,
Uh-huh.
Uncle Auguste, and then my dad, my mom, and myself, and Angel there on the,
Ah, yeah.
on the end.
Whose house is that's the.
The next house that you see there, that's the house that Fernie Perrault lived
Ah, yeah.
in. And then just a little further, the other peak that you see is Émile Carbotte's house,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which was sold after that to Nicolas Martin.
Nicolas Martin.
Yeah.
That'd be Norbert Martin's dad.
That's right.
Ah, yeah.
That's right. This again is the first the man that you see there.
Yeah.
That's Némery, Adolphe Némery. He used to be a horse buyer and he used to buy and trade horses.
Is that right?
Yeah. And that's my mom in the middle, Madame Josephine Antoine, which was my aunt, and myself there.
There's Lynn Sylvestre, eh?
Aline Sylvestre, Angèle, et puis Marie Cancade that used to work for Joe Sylvester in the store at one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's just winter activities around Fry's.
Yeah, it has to be. I can't really tell you where it was. They used to play on a slough behind
Yeah.
Bill Parker's house.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the slide.
That's the slide that Claude and Claudette used to have that was built by either their grandpa or their dad behind the Joe George house.
Oh yeah. And that's all oil barrels.
Yeah, that's them again.
That must be in front of that shop, that garage.
That's right, yeah.
No, here it's. That's all the guys.
These are the people that went on a trip there with JRC I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
There's your dad there in front.
On your right, there's Morris George on your right.
There's George.
Albert Roussel, yeah.
Yeah. Et puis Émile Perrault.
Oh yeah, Émile
There
Perrault.
was Father Bichard in there.
There's not Gilbert Bosch there.
Gilbert Bosch. And there's Mr. Bosch in the background that I recognize.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that drove him there.
Oh, yeah.
Quebec. And I think there was Angela
yeah.
in there. And my sister. And
Oh yeah.
the rest, I don't know, I can't really.
Here it's Noëlla Bosch, the first one, and then Paula Bosch, Albert Bosch, Lucille Frankert, Irene Picard or something like that, and André Bosch. Irene Picard?
Could be. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess that's what it says there.
Oh yeah.
Must be.
That's yourself again and your
Yeah.
mother,
And my sister.
Angèle.
That used to be our house in Fry's.
Oh yeah. The buildings in the background would be Gilbert Mine's farm.
That's right.
Yeah. That must have been by the bridge again.
Again, it's by that pump house
Oh,
that
yeah.
they had there. Yeah.
This
And
is your
that's my-
sister?
That's my sister. Yeah. Well, that's myself with Claudette sliding on that slide there at the time.
That'd been in the backyard
in
of.
the backyard of Joe George's house.
Oh yeah.
No, I was talking to Claudette there when she came back for the funeral there for her grandma.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't realize that she was only about 5 years younger than I
Oh,
am.
yeah.
I didn't think that we were that close there.
That's a shoemaker.
Yeah, house there, and then
Yeah.
that's Émile Carbotte's house on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And here, that's the kids from Fry's. But they're,
Hard to tell.
yeah, I'm sure there's more Sylvester in there, and myself, and Weldon McKinnon likely, and I don't know who.
This is Richard Bosch, and that's in the Perrault house. That'd be George Bosch's oldest. This is Giselle George and Gilbert Perrault. That would have been by Jewel George's place here by the track.
Well, that's where Jewel George
Yeah.
was living here.
That picture was taken.
Oh,
here.
I see. Yeah, just beside your place here. Because ours is 39. Who is that?
Okay, this is the first little girl on your left is Lucille Alma Roussel. The next one is Lucille. That was my brother with the cake mark,
Yeah.
and myself with the tongue sticking out. And right beside me would be Lorraine and my brother Ronald. That was all taken at Fry's.
Who do you mean by Lorraine?
Lorraine Roussel, Tony Roussel's oldest daughter.
Oh, right.
And this is Joe George on his wedding day. And his wife Maria. That's the day they got married. That wouldn't be the house where Edmund George lives.
That could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There was
And this,
a little...
yeah,
Oh, that's Mrs. Parker.
yeah, that'd be Bill's wife. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. Well, that's Bill Parker again here.
Yeah, that's by the old
That's the old stone house.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
below there by his hand. That's his dog. And this would be
Well, that's taken in front of the old stone house, and it
Yeah.
looks like somebody
there's
got
Susie
married
and,
there.
That'd be Bill, Francis Parker, I think, and Suzanne,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was Elizabeth,
Okay.
and that's Lawrence George and Susan, and that's by the stone house too, by
yeah, we can
Fry's.
see it in the background.
Yeah.
We're just...
This one is.
That's a maggot show for sure.
Oh yeah, that's. Well, this one I know. This is the first one is Paul George, Susan Parker, Maria Parker, and Joe George. And the ladies here would be Maria Parker, Phyllis Darby, Susan Parker, and Paula Garnier. It would have been Paula George in those days, but the upside down tractor. Well, that was belonged to Gordon Madison. The way we understand it, it was rolled by Lawrence.
Well, that's what I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Joe George and Marie Jo Dugas.
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 Oui.
That was taken by the bridge, cement bridge along 13 Highway. And that's the Joe George and family when they used to live on Joel Gofflow's farm.
That's right. I recognize that building there in
Yeah.
the background now.
That's they had lots of snow in those days. That was a big storm, I guess. This was taken at the Albert Roussel farm here, or my farm now, Ivan's. And that's Morris George standing up on the highest part, and Alphonse George at the bottom of the stairs there.
That must have been.
This would be Lawrence George and Susan's house. It was located south of Gerald Gofflow, and they moved it here on the farm where it still is presently. The house that used to be there first was moved to Bellegarde, and then to Annette Polis or Leonette Polis south of Bellegarde. This is Albine George and Marie Wilvers.
Right, that's very well.
The lady there is Claire Roussel, the first one on the bike. And I think there's Noella in there and Marie Wilvers. This is Sidonie Roussel and Treflet, my grandpa and father. And ma tante Simone there, Simone Roussel, and Marcel Roussel, the little boy. He died at 15 years old, I think, this little boy.
Yeah, right. I think it's 14 or 15.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Here we have Marie Wilvers, Albin Georges, Isabelle Wilvers, and Sylvia Paulus. That's the old gas pump in Fry's in front of the store.
Used to be White Rose.
White Rose.
Yeah.
That's Paul Wilvers and his wife, Francine.
Alphonsine.
Alphonsine. Oh.
Okay, that's Joe George and his wife Elisa, and that's Andy and Lucian. But don't ask me where that.
Okay, here we have the Fry's band. So Fry's had their own private band, eh?
Well, it seems like it, but
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, that was before your time.
Must have been.
On the band, there was consists of Alphonse George Sr., Georges Monin, Alexis Moreau, Arthur Georges, Jules Détrault, Arthur Sylvestre, Jules George, Joe George Sr., Joe Sylvestre, J. Zachback, Fabien Sylvester Sr., Léon Perrault, Louis Bauche, Gilbert Main, Félix Sylvestre, Henry Copé, and Alphonse Sylvester. That's the Joe George house when they had it up to move, eh?
That's right, and it was Adolphe Tony that was moving at that
Oh,
time.
yeah. So it was moved from Fry's to...
To Andy George's farm today.
Oh, yeah. See, we see the old store behind.
Uh-huh.
That's Marie Wilvers and Albin George again. That was taken in front of their house. There's Lucien and Noella Sylvester. They were walking towards the rink. They were on their way to curl.
And in the background again, you can see Madame Demet's house there again.
Oh, yeah.
On the right-hand side of Noella's hand.
Oh, yeah. There's Micheline Roussel on the far right there. Yeah, and in the middle, I'm not sure. And there's Noella, the first one, I think, at the time. That's Armand Sylvester. That's in their sandbox by the house there. They had a little sand there, where they used to play with their toys and that. There's Dominic. I think it's Marcel Garnier and Leonard. That was taken from Lucien Garnier's farm, looking onto Fry's. That's Albin Perrault now, and that's Gillis and Mederick.
Where was that taken, Ivan?
That must have been taken in Bellegarde. This here is the barn. They moved from that school there north by Firmin Magacho.
Oh, the Oatland School.
Yeah, the Oatland School. That's the barn. They moved it to Lucien Garnier. Yeah. And that's the school bus that used to pick the kids from Fry's and bring them to school at Bellegarde. That's more Sylvester driving. 7:30, yeah.
That's right. I think that your dad at one time had a 6:30.
Oh yeah, Dad had a 6:30 John Deere.
Right, that was a 7:30.
That's the old elevator, the pool elevator.
Oh, yeah.
That picture here is on when they closed the elevator.
Yeah, they had boarded up that elevator at one time.
Yeah, that was the 50th year of achievement. They call that 1924 to 1974. That's the year they closed the elevator. That's the day they closed their dawn. You can see in the cowboy hat, I think it might have been Firmin Magacho.
Yes, I think so.
There's Gordon Medicine. Yeah, there's Gordon and Firmin, and I think
there's Paul Amy.
Paul Amy is in there. Morse Henrion in the background.
Wilfred Cobb.
Yeah, Lucien Garnier with the glasses by the door.
That's right.
Henry Renard. There was Emile Perrault. That's Leon Cobb there, the short. Yeah. And that's when disaster put the end to Fry's and wiped Fry's right off the map. That's the year the elevators burnt.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that was both elevators burnt that time. And the photo was taken by Albert George. That was in the Redverse Optimus.
In 1980.
Yeah, that's right. They had got the Redverse Fire Brigade over.
Is that still the fire?
Yeah, that's still part of the fires.
Wow, okay.
Shots they took. We'll see the fire trucks a little bit farther up. After the fire, the only building around Fry's left was Lucien Garnier's house.
Oh, the one on the farm, you mean?
Yeah, the one on the farm, which was about a quarter mile away. That would have been the only building left.
But didn't they take that apart? Or part ways apart?
Yeah. And Harvey Garnier is now working everything.
That's right.
Where Fry's used to be. On the south side, I should say.
That's where your fire...
Yeah, some of the grass had caught on fire. They were putting it out. And that's the last of the house. That's Lucien Garnier's house on the farm.